next guest is Dr. Bijendra Jha, who will enlighten us on the topic how can students build a strong academic foundation that align with their aspiration in public service. Dr. Bijendra Jha is distinguished faculty member at Plutus IAS and he holds a Ph.D. in political science from the prestigious Jawaharlal Nehru and has a rich academic background. Additionally, he has a valuable experience as research associate at Brown University. Dr. Bijendra has spent many years coaching students for the UPSC CSC student and has been instrumental in helping numerous aspirants. So let's give a warm round of applause for Dr. Jha.
Thank you, Simran, and thank you, Hindu John, for calling me, to talk with students, distinguished, respected speakers, my friends, and technical teams, and then students. The center of the entire talk is the student. And I feel I would not teach you polity today, right? Most of you are, being taught by me. And today, my topic had been given that charting the career path. So I'd like to talk about few things, right? And I'll take only few minutes, right? So that I'll give, the other speakers who have, traveled a long distance, so they will talk more and we can interact later on, right? So let me talk about, don't, bother about career. Let me tell you first things. The research, there is one research that 85% jobs that will come in 2031, that will be, and that will not carry the disciplines that are being taught to you now. The entire discipline will be obsolete altogether. Not entirely, but yes. If you look at engineers who done engineering, but later on they thought that we are less, they are chasing the new technology because technology is changing a lot. Right? So don't bother about the careers. Yes, few things must be clear to you that. First thing, few things I would not, right? I have just taken a point that first thing you should have clarity in your life when you are deciding about your career. And once you have clarity, then you must ask three basic questions. What to do? I hope many of you have clear about what to do. How many of you have clear what to do in your life? Raise your hand. जिसने नहीं उठाया उसको पता नहीं है क्या करना है. I think most of you, right? Now, second things you have to do, why to do? This is a very, very important questions that you address first to your own self, right? For example, if someone is pursuing for UPSC, then you ask why I am going to this, right? Is it a job? Then there are lots of job. I have told you that, right? You'll have ample of job in the next few years. So don't, right? So first ask question, why? And when you answer yourself, otherwise you interact with teacher, interact with the, the professionals. When you satisfied, then ask how to do that, right? What are the way that you can pursue? This is the third, point that you should be clear. And once you clear, then, your direction. Your movement in right direction is very, very important. Because, what happens sometimes in the lack of directions, your potential, your energy goes here and there. And that you should not do that, right? Secondly, when you already clear, then you first improve your skills. For example, if you look up, you have lots of things that to read. You have to read history, you have to read, science, you have to read polity, international relation, governance, law, many things that you have to learn. So first thing, you improve the skills, right? And when you improve the skills, it contributes to your self-development. That is very important, right? Your entire journey is very important. Your entire syllabus is very important. The question bank is very important, right? That is very important. And then you cherish your journey. Once you cherish your journey, the destiny will come to you. Let me tell you, this destiny will come to you. Don't worry about that. And if you look at it, every game is a risk. Every work has its own risk, right? When ISK has risk. Have you heard about that? Without risk, there is no ISK. So this is also kind of risk, right? This is about, something that you have to talk about. And let me, read one small poem by Faz, right? And this Faz is very famous, right? फैज अमन फैज, अगर आपने नाम सुना होगा, राइट? सुनिए, मैं कहता हूँ, वो कहते हैं कि वो लोग बहुत खुशकिस्मत थे जो इश्क को काम समझते थे। वो लोग बहुत खुशकिस्मत थे जो इश्क को काम समझते थे या काम से आशिकी करते थे। हम जीते जी महरूफ हुए, कुछ इश्क किया कुछ काम किया, काम इश्क के आरे आता रहा और इश्क से काम उलझता रहा, फिर आखिर तंग आकर हमने दोनों को अधूरा छोड़ दिया। राइट? सो रिस्क बहुत है, और बट यू मस्ट बी कमिटेड. Your commitment is very, very important. Let me tell you. And then if you look at, you must have flexibility. Let me tell you, after your entire journey, you'll have, it's, as you know, the earlier guest said, you don't worry about, you set the target, hit the target, click it and get it into it, right? But sometimes you must have, the alternative, the plan B, plan C, plan D, right? Later on I'll talk about someday. So you must be flexible, don't be rigid in your life, never be, right? Rigid people, break up very early. So be flexible, be adaptable, and look for your personal growth. That is very, very important. And this personal growth will come from the diversity of learning, right? When you read history, become historians. When you read polity, becomes a law student. When you read geography, become a geographer. When you read science, become a scientist. Behave like scientist, right? Right? Do some experiment. Think on along the line, right? And these few points is very important. Any career that you opt, anything, right? Any career you opt, any professions you choose, and keep it. If you enjoy your journey, I'm telling you, you will enjoy your destiny, right? So with this, I will end here, and thank you for Hindu John again for giving me opportunity.